Students, today we will learn about our fourth chapter, that is energy. So let's start. So at first we need to know what is energy. The definition of energy is ability to do work is called energy. So we will learn about our unit 1, that is simple machines and their importance. Okay, so we know that all living beings perform certain basic activities in order to survive, right? For performing these activities they need energy, which comes from the food which they consume, is not it? So some activities such as playing, cycling, moving heavy loads need more energy than other activities like singing, writing, right? So and some activities require far more energy than our body can produce, right? So in such a situation we use the energy of animals like horses and camels for drawing carts, right? However, if the demand of energy is not met by animals, then we use machines. We know that the locomotive engines use energy of petrol, diesel, coal to do heavy work, right? So we can say that we can do a large number of jobs with our own hands, but our hands are not sufficient to do all kind of works, like, right? In such a situation we use some devices or tools to make our work easier. Okay, so we can say that with the help of machines we can do more work by applying less force, right? So we also know that machines can change the direction of the force, right? So and we can say that we cannot cut a tree with our bare hands, right? So we need an axe. So in this case the axe is one kind of machine. So if we consider that if we want to lift the lid of an oil can, then it will be very difficult to remove the lid with our hands, right? So if we insert a spoon and apply effort in the downward direction on the handle of the spoon, then the lid comes off. So in this case the spoon is one kind of machine, right? Okay, so this spoon helps us to do the work, is not it? Again, if we consider while drawing water from a well, we apply effort towards ourselves on the rope which is passing over the pulley. So the direction of the effort applied is changed by the pulley, and hence the bucket of water moves upward, right? Thus the pulley is a machine which helps us to change the direction of the effort applied. Okay, why machines are generally employed? Machines are basically employed for the following purposes: to lift a heavy load by applying a small effort, right? And to speed up the motion of a body, to change the effort in the desired direction, right? For doing unsafe and dangerous works, we need to use the machines, right? We can also define the machine as a machine is a device which helps us to lift heavy loads or speed up the motion or change the direction of the force in a desired direction. Okay, so this is the definition of machine actually. And we need to know that all complicated machines are made from some simple machines. Okay, so and we can say that a machine is ideal when its movable parts are weightless and frictionless. Okay, and such a machine is not possible. Okay, why? Because in an actual machine some of the input energy is utilized in moving the parts of the machine and overcoming the friction. Okay, so in this case the output energy is not equal to the input energy, is not it? Because some of the input energy is utilized in moving the parts of the machine and overcoming the friction, is not it? So output energy and input energy in case of actual machine is not equal, because here output energy is less than the input energy. Okay, so now we will discuss about terms related to machines. So what is effort? So effort is the force applied on a machine to do some mechanical work, or we can say that the force applied on the machine to overcome the load is called actually effort. Okay, so what is load actually? Load is the resistive or opposing force to be overcome by a machine is actually load. Okay, so what is load? The weight moved or the resistance overcome by a machine in doing some mechanical work. Okay, so what is effort arm? The perpendicular distance between the effort point and the fulcrum of a machine. Okay, it is called actually effort arm. And what is load arm? The perpendicular distance between the load point and the fulcrum of a machine. It is actually load done. What is fulcrum? A fixed point or an axial around which a machine turns in doing mechanical work. So what is input energy? The energy supplied to the machine for doing some mechanical work is called input energy. And what is output energy? The work done or the energy produced by a machine is called output energy. Okay, so now efficiency of a machine, it is denoted by eta. This sign is actually eta. Okay, so efficiency of a machine. Efficiency of a machine is the ratio of the work done on the load by the machine to the work done on the machine by the effort. Okay, so in other words, we can say that efficiency is the ratio of work output to work input. Okay, so efficiency is denoted by eta. So it is output energy by input energy. In your book, it is given that the ratio between the output energy of a machine to the input energy is called efficiency of a machine. So eta will be output energy by input energy. So in other words, we can say that it is work output by work input. Okay, so work done by the machine means work output by work done on the machine means work input, is not it? So in terms of percentage value, so if we want to calculate the percentage efficiency, then we need to express it as output energy by input energy into 100, is not it? We know that in case of an actual machine, the input energy and output energy is not same, right? So if we want to calculate that if the percentage efficiency of a machine is 90%, then we can say that for every 100 units of energy supplied to the machine converts only 90 units into useful work, and the 10 units are wasted in overcoming the frictions and moving the parts of the machine, right? And what is now mechanical advantage? Mechanical advantage is the ratio of load to effort. Okay, so that means load by effort is actually mechanical advantage. So we can define mechanical advantage as the ratio of load to effort is called the mechanical advantage of the machine. So mechanical advantage will be load by effort. Okay, we know that the mechanical advantage and efficiency actually they are actually ratio of two terms, right? So mechanical advantage as well as efficiency of machine has no units. It is actually a pure number. Why? Because we know that the mechanical advantage and efficiency is actually nothing but the ratio of two terms which have same units, right? So we can say that these two units will cancel out each other. Then we can say that it will have no unit. So mechanical advantage and efficiency has no unit. Okay.